Well, Zarar was going to be released last Eid, but unfortunately, due to Corona, things in the schedules got a little messed up. So, because of that, we had a huge setback because my post was supposed to be done in London in 2021. We're trying that we're gonna be one of the people who's gonna release their film first, inshallah.
Tell us something about your character in Zarar.
Well, Zarar is our take on Pakistani spy espionage. So when we were writing the script, we were writing him to be an army officer. And I said, no, but I mean, there's so many films being done on the army officers. So I want to take it in one step ahead, So this character, Zarar, I had to do a lot of research on all the threats that Pakistan was facing. Yet it's a combination of commercial cinema and real cinema. So in the script, if you see the storyline, there are no villains that are created by the director. They're actual villains who are doing a lot of stuff against Pakistan. We shot in London, we shot in Turkey, we shot on the Pak-Afghan border, we shot in Lahore, we shot a few days in Karachi. So it's a spy thriller. That's why we had to take the film all the way up to any requirement that it had.
For last many years, we are dependent on most of the Bollywood content, mostly the Bollywood content. And we have heard you saying that we should not promote the Bollywood content in our cinemas and we should rely on our...
Again, it's always been misunderstood. My task or my passion is to create an environment in Pakistan for the Pakistani content. See, everybody, the youth, is not just about going to college and becoming doctors and engineers and lawyers. It's about creating that second line of directors and writers and actors. I feel that film provides a very basic platform to your voice. It's a visual voice. It's what you feel. So I think that is my focus. Once the local film thrives, any dependency on anything is bad. I think unless it's essential for life, only then you should be dependent on something. But right now, a lot of media is being used for various reasons now in this time and space. It's not just entertainment anymore. It's there's a hybrid warfare going on, and content has a huge part to play in it. The local people have to have their entertainment, their narrative through films. The young directors need to come up, the young writers need to come up and say and feel what they want to feel. So I think giving them that opportunity is more important to me. Bringing the prosperity in films in Pakistan means more to me than dependency on India, if you want to put it that way.
Many of our stars have gone to Bollywood and gained name and fame and money, everything. So why didn't you try? And
I didn't go because I think that my country needs me more. I have to do more here than I can do for myself out there. Sometimes you live for a cause and sometimes you live for yourself. I don't have anything against those people who think that they can get a better opportunity anywhere in the world. That's their business plan. Why my plan is different than them is that I want to create a platform. I want to create an infrastructure for the people also, not just become famous and make more money.
Besides Bollywood, if you are offered from any other country to play a lead role in any substantial film, drama, so would you like to do that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. You know why I don't mind is because number one, it should not be, that character should not be designed on the identity of the actor. A character should be like, for example, you see a lot of Western films, and every time they need a terrorist, they come to Pakistani or Indian or whatever subcontinent, and they start hiring people.
Not the stereotyping.
Yeah, I mean, like, not the stereotype, and yet I would like them to not just go and work there, but to bring them here and tell them that Pakistan is a very film-friendly nation. You can start shooting here also. So I think any collaboration in that sort is different than collaborating with India, in my humble opinion, because our history and our whatever we have done to each other in the past has created such a drift in between. As you can see, the current state of India, and so I think it looks like that it's not going to be a balanced relationship for a long time. If they offer something that is fruitful, or it can bring the banner of Pakistan on the map of the entertainment world, why not?
If we talk about India, why not we can't make our ties better?
See, you have to understand that there's a huge history that comes along when you talk about India and Pakistan. It's not just why not do this and why not do that. You have to understand the history. It's the history of Palestine and Jerusalem. Now, if I start saying that they had exchanging this and they're exchanging this, and the fact remains that this is a different geographical truth. We are a different country. We work together. Now we are a different country. Yeah, I mean, we can do trade. We can do this. We can open up Kartarpur. That's great. That's the decision of the government. The government needs to decide the future, the path, the road to friendship or to become enemies. So it is very important for us to understand that they're in a better position to see the equilibrium of the relationship graph, in a way. I, as a person, one individual, cannot just get up and say that, because we live in a very delicate sort of a balance. So we have to understand that the foreign policy, whatever foreign policy we have, I, as a citizen of Pakistan, have to follow it because it's a part of my patriotism. And I'm sure that goes for India also. If you've seen Kangana and all that, they've been talking a lot about Pakistanis and all that. So I think they're following a certain sort of responsibility also. I mean, they're trying to be good Indians, and I'm just trying to be a better Pakistani.
Recently, you tweeted about the drama serial Irzubri, the Turkish drama serial Irzubri, and you opposed it to be aired on the national, the PTV, the state television.
It was not the play that I was against, that a lot of people misunderstood. It was the fact that it was running on PTV. I, as a citizen of Pakistan, again, have a right to find out what content PTV has made in the past 10 years. I would like to know as a person, because they take a certain amount of money from the Pakistanis, from the taxpayers, and I think we have a right to know. I mean, I just wanted to know, why couldn't PTV make within 10 years or 15 years of span of time, what have they produced as content? I would like to know more about how religion came to this subcontinent. I think that history still needs to be documented or done up in a play or a serial or a season. I couldn't relate with them, but I felt good with the dialogues and with everything. Yeah, it was beautiful. But my relationship with them was, as far as it was dubbed, that is where my relationship stops. So I needed to know who was speaking Urdu and brought Islam to Lahore or in this area. So I think that history needs to be documented also, and PTV needs to work on that also. And I don't know who is doing the programming in PTV, but whoever it is, he needs to wake up and do his job.
Would you like to make any film or series on the history of this region?
I would love to. But the thing is, again, that PTV needs to have a platform where the national narrative, whatever national narrative that we want to have, is it there, should be done up in a play.
Have you ever thought of working in a drama, Pakistani drama?
No, I haven't actually. I have nothing against it, but I think that I want to do so much for films. I'm working in front of the camera. I'm working behind the camera. I'm penning down the scripts and everything else. So television requires a lot of time, and I feel that it's a very important job. I mean, they are doing a great job, but I would love for them to understand the fact that there's a difference between a play and a film. Like 50 overs cricket and T20. They're still cricket. Both formats are still cricket, but uh, they're different in so many ways. So maybe I am interested in seasons now. I'm enjoying the flow of the characters, the storytelling, and the space and the time that's given to an actor in that particular scene or a frame. I think I enjoy that.
Right now, we see the Pakistan standing on the OTTs, over the top apps, yeah, Netflix, especially Netflix and Amazon Prime, very minimal presence, and as far as the originals are concerned, they are nowhere. We are nowhere. So, what do you say? How do we get to that place?
So Netflix and Amazon, they're all working in India, and they consider Pakistan as a part of that region, and the CEO is always from India. So I think they are actually um, they're actually being true Indians, and that this is what they're doing. They're not taking Pakistani content. So I feel that anything can be achieved in Pakistan if we have the will. If you want to create this network, if you want to create any network, I mean, people from Pakistan should go and represent Pakistan to Netflix and to Amazon and tell them how healthy and friendly it is to come work in Pakistan. As far as costs are concerned, we're half the price of any currency right now, and that's sad in a way. But in a way, it is right now. It is not the most. This is Pakistan is the most low budgeted country if you want to make a film.
Pakistani drama, especially, are promoting some kind of obscenity and vulgarity. Do you agree with this?
No, I think that there should be a line between, nobody can define vulnerability or whatever suits anybody. There are private channels. You can't control the content on private channels. They will make what they think is right. But yes, there should be a line. There should be a line that none should cross. But I come back to the first point. These are all satellite channels, and you still have a channel that is beyond satellite. That's called PTV. So if PTV was producing a better content, if PTV was producing what the Prime Minister thinks should be produced, I want to see that content.
So have you ever thought of doing something with the Middle East and Saudi Arabia and especially on these historical plays?
Sure. I mean, getting them on board on the right path, on a bigger investment, on creating that whole infrastructure within 2 years would be a better opportunity than just me going there and working for a play or something.
You have been criticized for being so close to the establishment of this country and the current government. And don't you think, being an artist, you need to point out some of their incorrectness being an artist?
So if I was concerned about the present, I would not be supporting him. What I'm concerned about is the future. What will happen in the future? If this guy learns how to do it, he will not do that. What they did. My past is enough to show the failures. If Pakistan is standing here today, you have to see the past also. What happened in the past? But right now, give him time. See, what you're not letting him do is, you're not letting him work. You have made it a personal war. It is not a personal war. You have engaged him into your petty battles. If he's engaged into the petty battles, he will never think about the bigger war. So as a PM of Pakistan, I, as a Pakistani, should give him enough time to prove himself. You can't tell somebody halfway you cannot lift the weight just because your face is going like this and this. Let him, give him that time. Maybe he'll make it fall, or maybe he'll put it up. But give him that 3 or 5 or 7 or 10 years to make things right. this country has been bleeding. He's gonna, at least he has stitches in his hand. So he's just gonna pick it up and start stitching one by one, one by one, one by one, one by one. Either he can stitch Pakistan back, or either he can fight the battles that with the people who are not letting him. So I'm not from PTI. I'm not from any political party. I think it's my right not to tell who I voted for. But I, as a Pakistani, feel that this is the last hope for democracy. So I believe in his hope, and I know at this present I have nothing to defend him with, but I still have hope because I know the race is not end. It's not finished. Wait till the finish line. So, and I pray for him. I pray for Pakistan every day. My leader, if you ask me, is Qaid Azam. He's the only person I follow. I follow his words. And my passion, my love, my dream, it's in me. So I just personally feel that I'm not defending anybody, or I'm just saying we gave you time. Now we need to give them time, and it's a very simple fact. There's nothing to prove that I'm from PTI or I'm from this or that. So we've been tried and tested every other political option anyway. So I think this is where we take our last stand, and I think let's see where this stand takes us. Inshallah, we'll be right there.